Two ways of building character: cultivating strength to challenge oppression and tolerate the resultant hardships that give rise to courage and awareness. Young men and women are to build up a strong character. A nation's greatness was reflected in the character of the people. If it was sullied by selfishness, such a people could not prosper or achieve great things. Selfishness had its place in life as everyone had to look to his own needs and that of his family, but it could not made the be-all and end-all of life. The main task before India today is to consolidate herself into a valid and united power. So long as you do not know how to die, it is useless for you to learn how to kill. India will not be benefited by brutal force. If India is to be benefited, it will be through non-violence. I am blunt and uncultured. To me, there is only one answer to these questions. That answer is not that you should shut yourselves in colleges and learn history and mathematics while the country is on fire and everybody is fighting freedom's battle. Your place is by the side of your countrymen who are fighting the freedom's battle. The war started by Mahatma Ji is against two things: the government and secondly against oneself. The former kind of war is closed, but the latter shall never cease. It is meant for self-purification. One can take the path of revolution, but the revolution should not give a shock to the society. There is no place for violence in revolution. Non-violence has to be observed in thought, word and deed. The measure of our non-violence will be the measure of our success. Gandhi's 10 lines had greater force than a 100-page memorandum. If we have to fight, we must fight clean. Such a fight must await an appropriate time and conditions, and you must be watchful in choosing your ground. To fight against refugees is no fight at all. No laws of humanity or war among honorable men permit the murder of people who have sought shelter and protection. Yours, police, is the responsibility to maintain the prestige of the government and protect the honor of the citizens. It is not enough if you only detect crime and bring offenders to book. You must also try to win the affection of the people. A police officer or policeman who loses his head in handling a situation is not fit to be a member of the police force. We must review the extent of the action taken, the success or failure achieved for ensuring final and complete annihilation of those subversive forces. It is the duty of every person to develop national language or do such a service that all over India it is accepted without any hesitation or reservation. The expanse of Hindi should be as wide as ocean, in which all the languages of India take its own proper place. National language is not of any province or of any community. There is nothing to be gained from the loyalty of a cowardly and cringing public. The brave man who has inspired this fight, however, is capable of converting the cowardly into the bravest of persons. There are some young men who believe that in this country there should be Hindu Raj and that Hindu culture alone has a place in India. Gandhiji was fighting against that mad idea. He said, our salvation depended on unity. In a democratic setup, we must have freedom of the press, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and freedom of association and all kinds of freedom. No distinctions of caste and creed should hamper us. All are the sons and daughters of India. We should all love our country and build our destiny on mutual love and help. Happiness and misery are paper balls. Don't be afraid of death. Join the nationalist forces. Be united. Give work to those who are hungry, food to invalids. Forget your quarrels. The negligence of a few could easily send a ship to the bottom, but it required the wholehearted cooperation of all on board. She could be safely brought to port. Today we must remove distinctions of high and low, rich and poor, caste or creed. Your goodness is impediment in your way, so let your eyes be red with anger and try to fight the injustice with a firm hand. In a domestic government, unity and cooperation are essential requisites. By common endeavor, we can raise the country to a new greatness, while a lack of unity will expose us to fresh calamities. It is the prime responsibility of every citizen to feel that his country is free and to defend it. Freedom is his duty. Every Indian should now forget that he is a Rajput, a Sikh, or a Jat. He must remember that he is an Indian and he has every right in his country, but with certain duties. Even if we lose the wealth of thousands and our life is sacrificed, we should keep smiling and be cheerful, keeping our faith in God and truth. Faith is of no avail in absence of strength. Faith and strength both are essential to accomplish any great work. Manpower without unity is not a strength unless it is harmonized and united properly, then it becomes a spiritual power. My only desire is that India should be a good producer and no one should be hungry, shedding tears for food in the country. There is something unique in this soil, which despite many obstacles has always remained the abode of great souls. It is in my nature to be a friend of the friendless. Take to the path of dharma, the path of truth and justice. Don't misuse your valor. Remain united. March forward in all humility, but fully awake to the situation you face, demanding your rights and firmness. Little pools of water tend to become stagnant and useless, but if they are joined together to form a big lake, the atmosphere is cooled and there is universal benefit. Every citizen of India must remember that he is an Indian and he has every right in this country, but with certain duties. Work is undoubtedly worship, but laughter is life. Anyone who takes life too seriously must prepare himself for a miserable existence. Anyone who greets joys and sorrows with equal facility can really get the best of life. We have tried to overcome our weaknesses honestly and in a definite manner. The proof, if any proof is needed, is Hindu-Muslim unity. Similarly, we have established cordial relations with Parsis, Christians, and other citizens of the country. Religion is a matter between the man and his maker. Caste, community will rapidly disappear. We have to speedily forget all these things. Such boundaries hamper our growth. It is only so long as a man can retain the child in him that life can be free from those dark shadows which leave inevitable furrows on a man 92's forehead. We have to shed mutual bickering, shed the difference of being high or low, and develop the sense of equality and banish untouchability. We have to restore the conditions of Swaraj prevalent prior to British rule. We have to live like the children of the same father. Which quotes did you like the most? Share your opinion in the comments. Subscribe our channel to see the next video.